And here is the Artist's Almanac for January 29th, 2018. It's the birthday of Russian playwright and short story writer Anton Chekhov, born in 1860. Chekhov is considered to be among the greatest writers of short fiction in history. His career as a playwright produced 4 all-time classics: The Seagull, Uncle Vanya, Three Sisters, and The Cherry Orchard. His short stories are held in universally high esteem by writers and critics alike, and he's often referred to as one of the seminal figures in the birth of early modernism in theater. In 1876, Chekhov's physically abusive father, Pavel, was declared bankrupt, having been cheated by a contractor in the construction of their new family home. To avoid debtor's prison, he fled to Moscow in poverty, leaving Chekhov's mother physically and emotionally broken. And at 16, Chekhov was left behind to sell the family's possessions and finish his education in their hometown of Taganrog. "Our talents we got from our father," Chekhov would say, "but our soul from our mother." In a letter of 1892, he recalled, "When my brothers and I used to stand in the middle of the church and sing the trio, 'May my prayer be exalted,' or 'The Archangel's Voice,' everyone looked at us with emotion and envied our parents. But we, at that moment, felt like little convicts." Chekhov would later become an atheist. Chekhov practiced as a medical doctor throughout most of his literary career. "Medicine is my lawful wife," he once said, "and literature is my mistress." In 1892, Chekhov bought a small country estate about 40 miles south of Moscow. He took his responsibilities as a landlord seriously and soon made himself useful to the local peasants, organizing relief for victims of the famine and cholera outbreaks of 1892, and went on to build 3 schools, a fire station, and a clinic, and donated his medical services to peasants for miles around. His work as a physician took a considerable toll on his writing time. However, Chekhov's work as a doctor enriched his writing by bringing him into intimate contact with all sections of Russian society. For example, he witnessed at first hand the peasants' unhealthy and cramped living conditions, which he recalled in his short story, Peasants. Chekhov visited the upper classes as well, recording in his notebook, "Aristocrats? The same ugly bodies and physical uncleanliness, the same toothless old age and disgusting death as with market women." In 1894, 2 years since he had moved to the estate, he had refurbished the house, taken up agriculture and horticulture, tended the orchard and the pond, and planted many trees, which he looked after as though they were his children. Throughout his life, Chekhov was a tireless worker in every way and extracted everything he could from the hand he was dealt. All told, Chekhov wrote close to 300 short stories, 16 plays, 5 novellas, 3 works of nonfiction, a novel, and dozens of letters and notebooks. By May 1904, Chekhov was terminally ill with tuberculosis and died peacefully on the 15th of July at the mineral spa Badenweiler near Basel, Germany. He was 44 years old. Remove everything that has no relevance to the story. If you say in the first chapter that there is a rifle hanging on the wall, in the second or third chapter it absolutely must go off. If it's not going to be fired, it shouldn't be hanging there. Words to live by from the great modern master of literature, Anton Chekhov. Thanks for listening. Be kind, do good work, and until next time.